Okay, so I've just implemented the radar gun, if I can find it. Looks like it's not spawned on any tabs. So it'll be a first test with no checks. So I haven't tested this prior to this. This is brand new added, just coded it right off the back. Now, if you guys are familiar with the old version of ICBM, this is the same exact visuals of the radar gun. The backend code has changed slightly, so most of the functionality is not the same when it comes to the small things. Majority it's the same. It'll laser GPS something. I have reduced the range from 1,000 meters to 200, so that balances it out, which means you're within like rifle range. So you can't just sneak up and then out of, because I mean I believe 1,000 meters is out of visual range, but it should work. Here we go. GPS data is now set. And I should be able to transfer. Actually, let's get some targets a little farther away. There we go. And I should be able to just right-click, data transferred. Got a missile already here. This is an antimatter missile. Fire. And this should work. It's not that bad considering that I just coded this up without any test, no debug, no unit test, no nothing. If it works, yep, it works. This does use client-side code in order to function. So what it does is essentially uses the ray trace off of the player, the same one you use for breaking blocks and everything, to actually function. So the actual data is grabbed from the client, then transferred to the server. Keep that in mind if you start experiencing issues, that is actually being caused by the fact that it's done client-side. So there will be some stability test required in order to ensure that it works correctly. I will attempt to move the code over to the server, but the client-side method is the easiest in order to get working. This also means if you really want to, somebody could develop a plugin that utilizes the radar gun's functionality in order to quickly just set GPS coordinates. I really don't care because it saves only to the item. So if you guys hack or do whatever, it doesn't affect it. It only goes to the item. The code's relatively simple. If I can drop it down here. That's a language file. So this is the entire file. The network part right here will set the GPS data. Doesn't matter what side it's on. It'll set the GPS data for the currently selected item. But pretty simple. Ray trace right here. So this does check to see if it's client-side to ensure it works. I have not tested it server-side yet, so there could be bugs still. But it does look like it's working. I'll be working on the laser detonator next, and I should have that done pretty soon. I'll show it off as well. Now, one thing this isn't doing, which it should be doing, is that the stripes on the side here should change green, but that's a similar issue that I'm having with the GPS data chip. Anybody knows how to fix that, please tell me. I'd be happy, because this should turn green and that should turn green as well when these are GPS set. However, that does not seem to be the case. I do know a few workarounds around it, but I'd rather do it a more legit way. Easiest workaround is just to access MBT. Right now I'm trying to do with metadata to save on performance a little bit. But that's it, that works. No crafting recipe as of yet. The crafting recipe will pretty much probably be a GPS data chip with some glass or something. But other than that, I'll upload another